Alright guys, so it's time for me to start a new little series called the How to Master series. I'm gonna be going through whatever there is in Apex Legends and show you how you can absolutely master whatever I'm gonna show you. Whether it's learn everything about a certain weapon, legend, piece of gear, whatever it is. I'm gonna take you to the next level of Apex Predator with it, even though I'm not an Apex Predator myself. So to begin, I wanted to go through all of the weapons, and for my first pick, I feel like the Peacekeeper would be the best weapon to start this off. Majority of y'all never got to use this as a floor loot weapon, so here's everything that you need to know. The Peacekeeper is a lever action shotgun holding 5 shells per magazine. The reload speed for this shotty is 2.5 seconds and 3.5 seconds unloaded. One shell can hold up to 11 pellets to 9 damage each, meaning that it will have a damage profile of 121, 99, 77, assuming that you are hitting all of your pellets, while against a 45 legend will do 99, 88, 66. Now when you look at the shots to kill from 100 HP, if at least one of the 11 pellets hit the head and the rest hit the chest, it is a one-shot kill. If all pellets end up hitting the chest or the legs, it will have to be a 2-shot kill. On grey shield, it will be 2 shots across the board. Blue shield will be 2 shots to the head and the chest, or it will be 3 to the legs. Purple and red shield will be 2 to the head and 3 to the chest and legs. Against our 45 legend will be slightly different. You cannot one-shot them at 100 HP no matter what. You will need an extra shot to finish them off to the legs on grey shield. Blue shield would be the same thing across the board. Red and purple, you need 1 extra shots to the head and to the legs. All of these stats have been tested without a helmet. Before we look at the fire rate, remember that we are dealing with a levered action, so it needs time to rechamber every shot. It takes 1.1 seconds before you can fire your other shot. In Apex time, that is a very long time, but thankfully there's a shotgun bolt that you could put onto your weapon. It greatly decreases the speed, so of course the first thing that I would recommend to everybody is to prioritize to find one as soon as possible. Aside from a bolt, you can use only common and rare sights as well as a digital threat, and that's really all that you could put on the shotgun. Even though showing off the rounds per minute and the damage per second is kinda irrelevant on shotguns, since the damage varies on how much pellets you can hit. For educational purposes, the rounds per minute is 77 and the DPS is 44. What are you gonna do with that information? I don't know. See what I tell you? Irrelevant. Overall, this weapon rewards players to output high amounts of damage with the cost of a slow fire rate. This is reserved for those who have the most accurate aim and not for the ones who spray and pray a whole lot. Which comes to my next tip with this weapon. If you use this gun the same way you use the EVA 8 or the Mastiff, you're going to fail miserably. You have to take your time, line up your shots and aim for those high damage numbers. You want to be consistently getting those 99s, the 88, even landing those 100s. Before, it wasn't really that easy unless you had a choke hop up for it, but now in season 9 it comes built in the weapon, allowing you to charge up your shots to be more accurate. How exactly the hop up works is it tightens the spread when you ADS, and when you let go of your ADS it loses that charge. You can see a comparison right here how the spread looks for the PK. It has this star shaped pattern, that's what you get when you normally shoot with it, but when you ADS with the choke on, the spread tightens by a lot, allowing you to be more accurate and hit more consistent high damage numbers with it. This hop up combo with the tips I'm trying to show you is basically your bread and butter. You always want to take your time, aim with the choke. You want to be precise with your shots, guide your shots. With practice, you'll be confident to take on enemies with any armor on. Normally, you would take out a shotgun to finish off your weakened enemies, but the real masters of the Peacekeeper can enter fights as strong as heck, no matter what body shield they have. To practice in-game and not in the firing range, because how often you gonna practice in the firing range? You're gonna start off like this, actually using a shotgun as a finishing up weapon. You bring it out and finish off your weak foes to slow the transaction to taking your time, line up your shots in those intense situations. Then you add in to use the choke properly with your shots. Wanted to also help with the slow rechambering time, because if you do miss your shots, it's going to be very costly. Is to utilize your cover whenever you're in a gunfight. So if you have a wall next by that you could walk behind cover to, or you have a piece of cover that you could duck underneath to, anytime you shoot your weapon and you need to rechamber, duck to cover immediately and peek back out when you could shoot your next shot. This is to save yourself the risk of end up losing the gunfight if you don't do enough damage or you don't hit any kind of accurate shots or miss your shots in general. So yeah, you want to actually choreograph your movement while using the Peacekeeper. After it all, you'll just be running PKs only for the true test and just slay the whole lot. Loadouts to practice with, I suggest you use the R99 or default as your primary. You want to be up close and personal so you could always catch yourself in that position to always need to whip out your load. Not that load. Legends to complement this playstyle can be Wraith, Pathfinder, Octane, Bloodhound, Valkyrie, just to name a few. Legends that could get into enemies' faces very quickly and also escape the situation very fast if anything else ever happens. Also a bonus tip, I didn't want to add this in as a full-on tip since you might actually have to spend money for this, is to buy the Lone Star or the Superstar legendary skins. You've already seen me using one of the two, and as you can see, the iron sights are super clean and it will help you practice a lot more. And that is how you master the Peacekeeper. For the first episode of this guide, let me know, what do you guys think about this? Did you find this video very educational? Did you learn anything new? Did you feel like any of these tips will help you improve with this weapon? Whether you think this video helped or didn't help at all, feel free to comment down below, and also drop a like if you enjoy, and subscribe to help the channel grow and for more Apex Legends content. I hope you all are doing great, keeping it 100, and I hope to see all of you all in the next video. Later.